Hey guys, what's up? It's Apple Critics from applecritics.com. In this video, I'm going to be talking about iOS 13.4 that was released today for the iPhones, and I'm also going to have a video on the new iPad OS 13.4, as well as a new update for watchOS, so stay tuned to my channel. So it definitely was a big day for Apple today, to say the least. Now, the overall update for 13.4 is 1 gigabyte, so make sure you have that room, and it brings a lot of new features. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So before we get into this video, what we're going to do is go into settings. And then once we're in settings, we're going to scroll to general. And then once we're in general, we're going to go to about. And now you can see that we're on iOS 13.4. Now you can also go to the software update tab. And then it'll say that we're on iOS 13.4 as well, just to show that we're on the latest 13.4. So now you're probably wondering, what are the major new features and why should I update? Well, the first feature you'll notice will actually be in the Mail app. And when you go into the Mail app, you're going to turn your attention to the bottom portion of the Mail. You're going to notice that there's actually 4 options at the bottom now. Now, normally there is only 2 options right at the bottom. And now the 4 options include new email, folders, you can forward an email, and you now can just tap on this button right here. And now you're going to see that you have all these options once you tap on the third button from the bottom. So you tap on this one, and it's going to take you to all these options that you have now. So now it's definitely a bunch of new options that you can take a look at. So you have reply all, forward, trash, you have flag, mark as unread, move message, archive message, move to junk, mute, notify me, and then you have the print option. But the new feature actually is the option to flag an email. So you just simply tap on it, and then it'll give you the option. Now you can unflag it, and you can see how quick it is to toggle it on and off. And you have the colors right here as well. So that's definitely a nice new feature. Now, overall in the Mail app, you'll notice that there's just a lot of bug fixes, and it's pretty snappy now, and there's no latency issues or anything like that. So that's really good that the Mail app has been updated to make sure that it's just running smoothly and has better stability overall. Now, the next feature is actually in the Files section. Going into the Files section, what we can do is just tap. Now, going into the Files section, we can just simply tap on a certain option. So we'll just tap and hold. And when we tap and hold, you're going to notice that we have all these options that include copy, duplicate, move, delete info, tags, and rename. But the most important feature right here is actually the share function. And with the share function, you're going to see that you'll have a lot more options when it comes to sharing. So you'll notice that you have the regular AirDrop, messages, mail, notes, messenger, everything that you're used to will be right here. Now, the new feature here is that there's a share option that will allow you to add people. So you have a collaboration folder, and then you can edit and add more folders to it. And then you can set the permissions to have them access that shared document. So it's a lot like Google Drive in terms of collaboration and editing on a cloud document. So that's the new feature that is available, and it's accessible through iCloud Drive. Now, the next feature is actually under accessibility. And when we scroll all the way down, we're going to go to Siri. They're going to see that there's now a new feature that says always listen for Hey Siri. So we'll always listen for Hey Siri, even when your iPhone is facing down or covered. So normally when it's in your pocket, it's not listening for Hey Siri, and it's also not listening for it when it's just facing down like this on a table, for example. Now, there is some small changes in music. So let's say, for example, we go to a song such as this one. You're going to see it looks pretty familiar right now, but there's slightly different features. So if we tap on this button right here, you're going to see that these 2 buttons are moved around, and now it says playing next instead of play later. So that's also a difference. So just these 2 buttons are flipped around, and then it says play later instead of playing next. It's very simple, and you probably never even realized. So it's just a very small update that they did to the music app. Now, if we 3D touch on a song, for example, this one, you're going to see that it will say play next and then play last instead of play later. So that's also a small difference that you'll notice in the music app. Now we can play a song. And then we can tap on the lyric button right here. And before it plays, you're going to notice that there's 3 dots here. So that's a new feature that wasn't there before. So you're going to see it'll be 3 dots, just filling in the empty space of the song before there's actually lyrics. And then it'll go to the lyrics once the song begins to start playing. So now you can see it's going into the lyrics now. So there's just some small updates in the music app, very minuscule, but if you really look at it, you'll know that it has changed. Now, if we go back to the settings and then we scroll to where it says TV, you're going to notice that there's a lot of new features for TV in the settings. Now you can see that there's some new streaming options that include the cellular data. So you can choose whether to use cellular data with Apple TV now. You can also choose to have the data saver mode. You have the Wi-Fi, whether it's high quality. You have some more download options in terms of cellular data as well. So you have cellular for fast downloads, or you could say slower downloads as well. So you can see that there's a lot of new features here, a lot more than the previous iOS. You can also have access to Siri search and notifications, and you can show sports scores and use play history as well. And then you're also going to notice that there's the use sports scores and use play history as well. And you can also toggle Siri, and then you do have some notifications. Now, if we go into the Apple TV app, so now we're on the home page, and you can just go into, let's say, for example, movies. And now you're going to see that the movies will automatically be sorted, so you don't have to go to sort by at the top and then find the genre. You can see that's already sorted, and it's just a lot more clean than it was before. It's nice and organized, and it's just easy to find some great content in the Apple TV Plus app. CarPlay has been much improved in iOS 13.4. Now CarPlay has new call controls, and it finally allows the third-party navigation on the main page. So we can now use Waze instead of Maps, for example. If you're not a fan of Apple Maps and you really like Waze, you can finally do that. So that's definitely a worthwhile update. Now, Find My iPhone has also been updated. So now it just has a spinning circle when you go into it. So it's a little graphic animation, but under the Me tab, there's notifications as well and other small improvements. So that's definitely good that they upgraded it. Now, if we go to the Bluetooth section and then we tap on my AirPods Pro, and see the info for the AirPods Pro, you're going to see that there's a lot of new features for the AirPods Pro. So you're going to see you'll have the normal name and noise cancellation and transparency. But if we go down further, you're going to see that there's now an option right at the bottom to disconnect and forget this device. So it's right in the AirPods Pro section. So that's definitely a new feature. And it's just more convenient rather than disconnecting from Bluetooth. And it's just much easier, and it alleviates that issue. Now, if you're a fan of Memoji stickers, there's now 9 new Memojis to be exact, so that's definitely good that they added some more. And now if we go into wallpaper, and then we choose a new wallpaper, and then we go to the stills wallpaper, for example, you're gonna see that there'll be a dark mode toggle right in the middle. Now, if we go into the health section, there's more options to add your medical account and add the actual database that has all the information about you. And it's just really good that you could just integrate it within the health app now, and it's just getting more streamlined, which is definitely a good sight to see. Now, if we go into the Measure app, you'll see that there'll be a new animation right here. So that's a really cool animation that they added in 13.4. So you can see that there's just new animations, and they improved the app significantly in 13.4. Now in the Shortcuts app, you can now create a shortcut, and we can add an action. And this action allows you to actually use Shazam as a shortcut. So you can just Shazam it as a shortcut. We can go ahead and tap it, and then you can see that we now have Shazam as a shortcut, and that's new in 13.4. Now, finally, a really good new feature is that there's universal purchases on iOS, macOS, and iPadOS. So if you buy something on the Mac App Store, it will be universal, and it has cross-compatibility to the iPadOS and iOS. So that's really good as well. Now, Car Key is not being rolled out. It's looking like it's going to be rolled out in iOS 14. There's hope that it would be in 13.4. It was in the beta, but I guess it's not going to be available till iOS 14, which we'll see the first initial beta in June. Now, in terms of the other bug fixes in 13.4, There's some bug fixes for the camera that had a black screen after launch. The photos appear to use excess storage. That issue is gone. There's resolving the mail crashing issue, which I did say was also gone. It fixes the CarPlay view and maps. The text message bug of no notification when you have your device just when you have your device locked like this. There'd be no notification, no sound, no vibration, but then you would see, let's say 10 minutes later, that you have 5 text messages. It will show up once you press the home screen, but now that issue is fixed. Now, also the Instagram audio bug is gone, where you would just go into Instagram, play a video, and then the audio would still be playing while you're in your home screen or even in another app. So that issue is gone, so that's really good. Now, overall, it's more stable, it's snappy, there's a big difference overall. You'll notice it going into apps. I have no complaints about iOS 13.4 at all. Now, in terms of battery life on 13.4, there's no really huge improvement. Now, it just depends on your use. So people use their phone differently. So if you use your phone a lot, you'll be saying that the 13.4 battery isn't that good. But if you use your phone moderately, then you'll say the iOS 13.4 battery is really good. And maybe if you have an older device like the iPhone 7, then you won't have a good experience because that device has been around for 4 years and the battery is just draining in general. But maybe if you have a iPhone 11 Pro, you'll probably say that battery is great since it's a brand new iPhone. So it just really depends on how you use your device. Now, if anything, the battery is maybe about 5 to 10 minutes better, but hopefully it will change over time and that iOS 13.4 is confirmed to bring better battery life. So should you update to iOS 13.4? Well, that answer is a definite yes. You should update to iOS 13.4 because there's new shortcuts, there's new settings in Mail, and overall, it's just a bunch of small refinements that make the overall user experience of 13.4 a lot better. So that was the complete iOS 13.4 roundup. So please be sure to subscribe, like this video, please smash the like button down below so you watched. Also be sure to check out all the other videos on my channel. Be sure to check out applecritics.com for Apple news, reviews, and more. Like my Facebook fan page at facebook.com/applecritics. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/applecritics. And also be sure to check out applecritics.com for Apple news, reviews, and more. And once again, this was Apple Critics, and subscribe for more great content. Thanks for watching.